man who admitted to torturing and killing 10 cats here in Escondido will be sentenced in court tomorrow. Details in a live report.
Does it feel like you're underwater when it comes to paying your water bill? Tonight, we're working for you as a new bill aims to make federal assistance permanent.
What's being done about the shocking number of kids with severe obesity that qualify for weight loss surgery?
It's time again for the San Diego Latino Film Festival. We're live at the media kickoff tonight.
For 5 years, they've been growing their hair to donate to children in need. How you can participate in the Great Cut and possibly set a world record.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of El Cajon, where at least one person has been killed in a shooting. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Police are at a dentist's office inside a shopping center on North Magnolia Avenue. Let's go live to CBS 8's Richard Allen with what we know so far. Richard.
Well, that's right. We are at the corner of Magnolia and Madison here in downtown El Cajon, in this busy business district. There is a dentist's office here along with a lot of other businesses. Police do confirm there was an active shooter situation here earlier this afternoon. One person was killed, according to police, 2 others injured. Those 2 were transported to the hospital, though at this point we don't know their conditions. That dead body, though, we understand is beneath a yellow tarp hidden behind that El Cajon police unit across the street on the sidewalk. Now, still so many questions to be answered, although El Cajon police have disclosed that they are searching for one suspect at this point, and that description is, according to El Cajon police, a light-skinned male, 20 to 30 years old, driving a white U-Haul pickup truck. We actually have a photograph of that pickup truck that they're looking for that we can show you. It has Arizona license plate, this U-Haul pickup truck. That license plate, Arizona plate, is AM14894. You can hear Astria helicopter above me right now. They are searching for this suspect from the air. They're also searching for him on the ground right now. Still so many questions, though, to be answered in this breaking news, including what led up to this deadly event that led one person dead, 2 others injured at this point. El Cajon police tell us they plan to brief the media later on this evening. Of course, we'll bring you all the updated information here on CBS 8 and, of course, on CBS8.com. Carlo and Marcella.
All right, Richard, thanks for the latest on that breaking news. A man from Escondido has pleaded guilty to torturing and killing at least 10 cats after hunting for them in person here in San Diego County and online on Craigslist.
Joshua Boyer will be sentenced tomorrow in Vista. CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes talked with investigators and Boyer's attorney ahead of tomorrow's court appearance. She joins us live with more. Kirsten.
Yeah, justice for Leonard and the multiple cats that were violently killed in 2019. That's what this flyer says, and it's calling for animal supporters to show up at Josh Boyer's sentencing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in a Vista courtroom. I want you to take a listen to how Leonard the cat's disappearance led authorities to Boyer.
He had an app on his phone where he could locate where his cat was, and he noticed that the cat every day did basically figure 8s in the neighborhood. And then one day he couldn't find the cat, and he saw that the cat had been taken up a freeway and into this property in Escondido.
A GPS tracker on a cat led authorities to a home just down this road where they discovered the bodies of 10 other cats and other partial remains.
What they found was in plain view several deceased animals in very suspicious circumstances. So they immediately called humane law enforcement. Dogs, goats, chickens, pigeons, all kinds of things that we discovered through Craigslist warrants of the individual trying to obtain animals that were being given away.
Lieutenant Regina Price with San Diego Humane Society says Joshua Boyer is facing 10 counts of animal cruelty and 1 count of possession of metal knuckles for crimes dating back to May of 2019. There's another charge of animal cruelty dating back to April of 2021.
It appears that this person just enjoyed to take life from animals.
Investigators say Boyer went to extreme measures just to hurt these animals.
Tortured, they all had empty stomachs, and 8 of them had been killed with the use of a deadly weapon. A lot of weapons. We did have baseball bats, machetes, other such items that had what appeared to be blood and fur on them.
Lieutenant Price says their investigation found that Boyer used lies to adopt free animals off Craigslist, and his history of searches for animals date back years before 2019 when he was arrested. Lieutenant Price says there is a strong tie between hurting animals and later hurting people.
Animal cruelty is very important because it's not just the victim in the crime, it's the violence of the crime. And if somebody's able to do that to a defenseless animal, who knows what else they are capable of.
We also reached out to Boyer's attorney, who told CBS 8 that she is asking for probation for her client because he suffers from mental health issues, has apologized, and is deeply remorseful. Boyer's sentencing, again, is scheduled for 9 a.m. in a Vista courtroom. We will be there, and we'll have more on this developing story for you. Reporting for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Kirsten, you talked a lot about Leonard the cat. Do you know what happened to him?
Unfortunately, investigators found Leonard the cat's collar in a neighbor's backyard. It was smashed up, and investigators believe that Leonard the cat met the same fate as the other animals tied to that property in Escondido. Marcella?
All right, we'll see what the turnout is at tomorrow's sentencing. Thanks so much, Kirsten. Larry Miliette's murder trial has been delayed again. Back in October, Miliette obtained new attorneys, and the defense argued they needed more time to sort through all of the evidence. Both parties are set to return to court on April 2nd, when they will need to decide on a start date for the trial. Miliette is accused of killing his wife Maya, who disappeared more than 3 years ago.
A man accused of peeping into homes around the college area has turned himself in. Antonio Max surrendered to San Diego police earlier this week. He's accused of looking into a home on Dorothy Drive and another nearby in the last week of December. Mack is expected to face charges of prowling, peeping, and petty theft.
2 FEMA disaster recovery centers will open tomorrow to help the victims of last month's historic flooding.
FEMA worked with the state, county, and city of San Diego to set up the recovery centers at the Spring Valley County Library and the city of San Diego's Mountain View Community Center. They'll operate from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week. Flood victims can apply for federal assistance through April 19th.
A new medical study published by local doctors found a startling number of kids here in Southern California could qualify for weight loss surgery.
But access to pediatric bariatric surgery is limited. CBS 8's Abby Black is live outside Rady Children's Hospital to share one of the doctor's findings and hopes to address severe obesity among youth. Abby.
Carlo, a Rady Children's Hospital gastroenterologist says that he told me today that severely obese children here in Southern California are primarily Black, Hispanic males and those living in disadvantaged communities. He says that bariatric surgery among pediatric patients is not common, but he hopes with his new research that it will change that.
The American Academy of Pediatrics, or AAP, says severe obesity among youth is an epidemic within an epidemic. In 2023, it set new guidelines that children ages 13 to 18 should have greater access to safe weight loss surgery.
We wanted to know how many children is that?
Rady Children's pediatric gastroenterologist Dr. Jeffrey Schwimmer partnered with Kaiser Permanente for a study that was published by the AAP. It found that of the more than 500,000 severely obese teens in Southern California, 4.4% qualify for bariatric surgery.
It's a big number. If you look at 100 teenagers, it's going to be approximately 22 of those 100 who will have obesity. And of those 22, it's going to be about 5 that will meet the clinical criteria for metabolic and bariatric surgery.
Dr. Schwimmer says that pediatric weight loss surgery is not cosmetic. Rather, it could prevent serious health conditions into adulthood, such as liver and cardiac disorders, hypertension, and diabetes.
Patients with severe obesity as teenagers who've had surgery at centers of excellence do well long term. They're much less likely to still have diabetes. They tend to have a better quality of life, better mobility.
But pediatric weight loss surgery is not common practice among children's hospitals in the country. There are only 3 in California. Rady Children's provides programs for obese patients to work on lifestyle, medication, and management, but it does not perform bariatric surgery.
We're having conversations about when we will be able to provide weight loss surgery as one of these tools, and I expect that will happen in the not too distant future.
Dr. Schwimmer hopes that this research will create greater access to safe pediatric weight loss surgery to improve the quality of life and longevity for children.
It's not just about having an operation. There's 6 months of care that lead into having surgery, as well as a lifetime of care following surgery.
When talking about child obesity, Dr. Schwimmer likes to use the acronym SHINE. He says S is for stigma. People need to stop the blame. He says H is for health. He says that parents with obese children need to make sure that they are screened for other health conditions. I is for individual. Not every child will receive the same treatment plan, including not every child will have surgery. N is for nutrition, and E is really important. It's early intervention. He says that parents can tell on their child's growth chart as early as age 5 if they will be at risk for obesity. Carlo?
Abby, some of those numbers were startling. So how much does pediatric weight loss surgery actually cost? And is this something that insurance will cover?
Carlo, insurance does not always cover the bariatric surgery or other weight loss surgery and medicines. In fact, there was a proposed law here in California, a state law or a state Senate bill that would require comprehensive coverage for obesity treatments, but that failed just this month in the state house. So when you look at this, the average cost of bariatric surgery is about $20,000, but healthcare providers say that the short-term costs far outweigh those long-term financial costs and also the health conditions.
Abby Black reporting for us. Thanks, Abby. Construction in Marina is going to impact traffic in the neighborhood for the next 4 weeks. The city of San Diego issued a traffic advisory that starts tonight at 8. Crews are installing 2 major pipelines for the city's pure water program. The intersection of Marina Boulevard and Sherman Street will be closed intermittently for several days and nights through March 25th. Still ahead tonight, how you can still get help if you're struggling to pay your water bill.
Plus, if you've ever wondered why a leap year exists every 4 years, we have a history lesson tonight from our Verified team.
We had some clouds building in for today. We're going to see that by tomorrow, even more by this weekend, and also squeezing out some showers. All those details are coming up.
31st annual San Diego Latino Film Festival is here. We're at the media kickoff party with everything coming up next week.